We begin this news day in Canberra, where there have been calls for sackings on both sides of politics today as the AWU slush fund saga continues. Labor MP Stephen Gibbons has unreservedly apologised for calling Deputy Opposition Leader Julie Bishop a narcissistic bimbo over her attack on the Prime Minister's past. Meanwhile, Ms Bishop has admitted she may have spoken to former union bagman Ralph Blewett a second time, but can't be sure it was him. Labor MPs say that means the Deputy Opposition Leader's head should roll.
Julie Bishop has been leading the charge on the AWU scandal. Today, the government was calling for her head.
Julie Bishop has to resign.
This has got all the hallmarks of a Godwin Gretsch scandal all over again.
Yesterday, Ms Bishop admitted meeting former union bagman Ralph Blewett once last Friday, but reports suggest she also spoke to him on the phone on Wednesday.
If those media reports are correct, then Julie Bishop has out and out lied. She should therefore resign or be sacked.
There are also calls for sackings on the Labor side after MP Steve Gibbons used Twitter to call Tony Abbott a gutless douchebag and Julie Bishop a narcissistic bimbo.
The Coalition today is calling on the Prime Minister of Australia to publicly condemn the comments of her member and to take appropriate action.
It is inappropriate. Nobody should use that language about other members of Parliament.
He later apologised and replaced the word bimbo with fool and then deleted the tweets altogether. Julie Bishop also released a statement saying she's only had one confirmed conversation with Ralph Blewett last week while speaking on the phone to broadcaster Mike Smith, who was sacked over the AWU affair. The phone was passed on to someone else. That person, she said, did not identify themselves and said he was pleased that the AWU fraud was being raised in Parliament. I said that would continue to be the case and my mobile phone dropped out at that point. Mike Smith won't say who was on the phone.
The idea of Julie Bishop resigning is a hysterical response.
The Shadow Foreign Minister was absent from the doors this morning. It was the manager of opposition business sent out to bat for the coalition on foreign policy.
I'm here to talk about the Palestinian-Israeli issue and
with all the attention on the AWU scandal this week, another furore was raging in the Labor caucus. Julia Gillard wanted the government to vote against elevating the Palestinians' status in the UN. Most of her colleagues disagreed and she was forced to back down.
The Prime Minister has been rolled by both her cabinet and the caucus.
It's very clear what her position is and what the government's position is.
She was rolled on it.
Well, I have absolutely no intention of discussing what goes on in cabinet and caucus. Never have, never will.
Now the Prime Minister is facing pressure on two fronts.